Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo cuckoo to you, and all my nobody's not watching out there. If the bloods with a murder weapon, wouldn't we be like just dust? Hadn't crossed my mind. Yeah, I did wonder about that. Yeah, there's any possibility. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's say for some reason our stiff was standing there as the sun was rising. Maybe staring at a poor old Gasserite, working as a soulmate to accompany him on the other side. And another guy pushed to the side by politics. Pretty old school romantic, yada 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 yakety schmackety blah blah blah. Or maybe it was torpor. Maybe it was a freak accident. Or maybe it was premeditated. I mean, if he's standing right there next to these shades that can basically be flipped, assumably like one might flip shades, you know, with like a little pulley but mechanized for general safety, if one could hack such things, say if they were a Nosferatu and had, you know, more computer skills, or a Malkavian that had all the computer skills, or just somebody who pushed a button and he was there, and you know, it seems like it would be kind of weird that anything was left at all so we could look at it, and also that he would be destroyed that fast. But if you staked him and then did that, he wouldn't be able to move, and then there you go, he can't move anywhere. It's just gonna happen. In any case, sunlight would be a perfect murder weapon, no? I mean, why not, man? He takes off the mask to shoot a disfigured smile my way. Well, that's just a theory anyway. D'Angelo theory. Hitting that bait. I don't know. But hell no. Thanks for giving me 3 months of continued life for this feedback. Well, it sounds sound. Does it? Because I was just spitballing. I'm just spitting. It's practically impossible to make certain now, kiddo. The most logical cause of final death would be a damage to the heart, and that can be easily done without damage to the skeleton. Exactly. But also, getting staked in the world of darkness doesn't kill you under most conditions. It paralyzes you. If you get wooden stake to the heart, generally just makes you helpless. You're now basically an inanimate corpse, but you're sentient in there, which is kind of horrifying in its own sense. But it's not like other forms of vampirism and where it's like, oh, you get staked in the heart, that's it, you're done. Like, you just turn to ash, or you know, like, die and just lay there. It's like, no, you just lay there and you remain dead, but are still technically undead, alive, just not able to move or do anything. Unless you're like really high level or some shit like that. Like, generally you're just sort of prone and helpless and able to just, so long as it stays there, be moved around, and easily just like you could just be in sun and not move because you can't. That stake has to be removed from you, and yeah. He sets off with a wink. What is he playing at here? The safe. Anyone made a crack at it yet? As far as I know, only counting the code, and that safe itself is pretty hard to crack. Seriously? Watch me, kiddo. Watch me, watch me. Presses in here to the safe and slowly, but starts to rotate. It's like, there's very clearly a punch code. I can see it, unless there's another safe. Is there another safe? Very clearly, it looks like there's a punch code. Sure, why not? Stop playing around. You're a safecracker now. Like, yeah, he's in this for us. You can very well be a safecracker. Don't. Shut up. Listen, just let him do his thing. It's not like you're gonna let him spend an hour doing it. Give him 5 minutes. When you're cursed with accountants, such as mine, you decide on a job such as mine, you gotta be a jack of all trades. Exactly. Yeah, but it still sounds pretty hard. My understanding is safecracking is not as hard as you might think. It just requires a certain aptitude and set of skills and knowledge of the individual safe. Because you can't just... It's not like... I don't know. It's like they make them different for the purpose of making it difficult to crack. You know? Some can just be... You could hit him with a hammer, or you could put some friggin', you know, C4 on it and open it up. Some you can, you know, whatever, to get in. Some you can twist a dial and figure it out, and some that's deliberately not an option because they shield it internally. Sometimes, you know, you gotta Ocean's 11 it and fucking drill in and whatever. Like, that's the whole point. It's not that hard. It's just that it's hard in the sense that it's not one set of skills. It requires an adeptitude, and then you gotta know what you're dealing with so that you use the skills necessary for that individual thing. To my understanding, but that's just what I know from movies and stuff. Last year, there was a random feller visiting a heritage museum in Alberta. He found a safe that hadn't been opened in 40 years. Not a single specialist, not even a blacksmith could handle it. The man could just study the numbering, listen closely to the mechanism, attempted the most sensible combinations, and voila, the unthinkable happened. That's where trust in your instincts lead you. It's like, also it helps if you're a vampire, because you can, like, blood buff yourself so that you can, like, enhance your senses. Just as a, like, strength and durability and stuff, but also just general, it's a general buff. But then you have Auspex as an Nosferatu. Probably helps you to do the thing, depending on the level and usage of it. Too bad he found nothing inside but an old pay sheet. Yeah, no, I doubt there was anything of any real value. Metallic screech, the door's open. I'll be damned. Yeah, no, it's like... Like, if you actually sit there and listen, depending on... If it's one of those turny locks, you know, you turn them to the right till you clear the whole thing and it's all one. There is a little cylinder, a little chamber, a little thing that pops in. If you listen, it's there. If that's how it works. And then there's more complicated versions, as I said. It looks like we've got the same case here. Confetti, a few random papers scattered around. So somebody already got there, or he emptied it before that. But for what it's worth, the lock has obvious traces of mechanical manipulation. Probably recent too. Reeks of foul play. It's like, yeah, no, it's like somebody didn't get in the way I did. They did something else to hack in, basically. Not like with tech, but like there's other ways you can do the same thing without having the skill. But what do we know for sure, really? I'm done here. You can take over. Another wink and another walk in a random direction. I look inside the safe. Quite spacious. Is it? I guess it's the whole wall, even though it looks like... Whatever, man. I don't care. Haphazardly grab everything that's left inside the safe and hide it on my person. Then close the door so that nobody knows well, he managed to crack it. I turn around and he's motioning me to come closer to a sheet of paper lying on the desk. So yeah, kiddo, you probably know that the entire beeswax about the Schrodinger's cat, so I'm not going to bore you with that, but honestly, anything could have happened here. It makes me wonder if actually my interaction with him was really that valuable. Like if I had said that, him saying this makes me wonder if I had said the other thing, it would have not provided the little that I got. I read the text that he's written on the empty page. This place is wired. Yep, that makes sense. That's why you would act this way. 100%. Gives me chills. And I think I'm okay. I've tried to record. Oh, you're just gonna say it out loud, or are you thinking it? I try to record my own voice a bunch of times on different hardware, just to see if I can. It mostly just comes out as noise. So it's just like. So it's just like, yeah, I can't even order Chinese food. Like, I can't call the place and then have them hear me. Like, if I could get, even if somebody dials the phone for me, they can't hear me on the other side. It's just, hello? Hello? Okay, come back again when your phone works. Then just, that's it. It's like, I just wanted some Muku Kai Pan. I just wanted a happy family. I just wanted this special, the house special. Extra baby corn and snow peas. Man, I want me some Chinese food now. Alright. It mostly comes out as noise. Drunken noodles! That's not Chinese. It's Thai, I think. He nods and starts scribbling something else as he, oh no, I said that out loud. Okay, cool. As he continues blabbering on and on, it's like, okay, well, they can hear me, though. It's like, yeah, no, my existing won't. Unless we're talking at the same time, I don't think I'm gonna cover you, yeah. The best strategy would be to make an educated guess about what happened here, then interrogate everybody about it. Maybe he'll take somebody by surprise. Drop a hook on him. The wiretap is the chip in the broken glass bottle on the floor. Absolutely sure it belongs to Kaiser. Okay, this guy is like straight up. It's like it's a chip. It's just sitting there. There's a broken glass bottle. The guy tried to break it to make it go away, I guess, and that's not what happened. Kaiser, the elusive information broker, the talk of the city, finally got an excuse to nab him. I understand. I think I finally have an idea of how to use it to find him. Should I notify Kadir? Scribble, scribble, scribble. It's like, wow, how convenient it must be to be able to just talk and know that whoever's listening, they're just hearing. So yeah, I'll be meeting up with Kadir. You stay here, sister. Maybe there's something you've been missing. Your call, doll. You're going beyond his jurisdiction, so he will try to stop you. Oh, well that sucks. It's like, yeah, that's not in his thing. Really? Is it? I feel like. I don't remember. Maybe Kaiser, because he's a mobile person and he's supposed to be like a primogen or whatever, I think that might be above his pay grade, but if you're a sheriff, you're basically like number 2. You're an enforcer, but you don't answer to anybody but the prince, and you're there to enact whatever the prince wants. So I feel like you're above primogen, but what do I fucking know? Whatever you do, just give me a 10-minute setup, so I can get to a relative safety. It's like, that seems fucking fair. He's like, cause I just negotiated for 3 months of safety, and you'll probably fuck that up if you talk to Kadir, cause he probably will, apparently, according to this, will not be cool with it. For sure. It's back into the sheriff's custody for me. See you around, Julia. Sorry this old codger couldn't have been more help. Wow, it seems weirdly deja vu there. I will get his ass. It's more than enough. Eventually, I could hear now. I mean, I feel like I should be like... I mean, they can't hear me. So, yeah, whatever. Whatever guy was playing, see you around. Yeah, Angela. Got a plan. Now all I need to do is execute it. Execute is a clueless bystander. What the fuck was going on there? This guy will do. Do you need me for anything else? Not really. Better take a hike before the guy you just called shows up. I can't guarantee he won't make you hurt. So I just dominated that guy. Was just like, hey, you're my bitch. Go do this. And it's just like, is there anything else you need? It's like, no, but you should probably jet before you get stomped. Yeah, we'll do. You look at that guy that I talked to earlier that had the mohawk and the girl's shirt and the leather jacket, only no mohawk. And also flipped. Puts his head down and immediately trots away down the street. I might have messed with his head a little too much using my wily kindred charms. So very wily. But I needed him as Okaiser where I want to meet, quite clearly, multiple times. I would have given him the kiss as thanks, at least, but I told the big man I won't be here all night, and he better hurry up, so I want to be ready whenever he comes. Less than 15 minutes later, a menacing black limo. I was like, damn, now he gets there quick. Fucking, well, I guess, you know, less traffic now because of the whole pandemic and this. Suddenly something like an acid flashback hits me. I know this limo. I've seen it all around over the past few days, but never thought it might be tailing me. Still, it must have. How do you not... Alright, that's on you, man. Like, you're a journalist. How the fuck... Like, I'm not gonna excuse you. I'm not gonna justify it or debate it. Looks like I'm finally about to get some answers. Doors open and a raspy voice comes from inside. Get the fuck in, Zawinski. I smile and accept the invitation. Oh, I thought, John, I thought you'd never ask. Who the fuck is John? There he is, Kaiser. The Ryan, the Kaiser, the king of the New York City's information highway, surrounded by screens, speakers, and newfangled technology gizmos of all kinds. I'm surprised he's allowing you inside, because basically you have a radial effect of nah, fam, on pretty much technology, but specifically more so all electronics. So just, it's not like those things are necessarily gonna just break permanently, but they are not gonna properly function. Like, just you being around them. Like, they're gonna get all glitchy and weird and like, whatever. First impression? He's one repulsive son of a bitch. Dionyso was also a sewer rat, and he might have had similar physical disadvantage, but at least he was wholly endearing. It's like, I mean, you did meet him when he was drunk, I'm just saying. Actually, he's okay. He's a good guy. But this guy, there's no room for any kind of sentiment. He's inhumanly cold, and I get the feeling he's been like for ages. You're getting on my nerves, little lady, and I'm far from being the only one. Look, you make it sound like I'm out here on a fucking pleasure cruise, my guy. Fuck you and your Windsor knot. I think that's what it is. And your wide tie and your bullshit. Your pointy teeth and your fucking Macklemore, but also as a Nazi hair. Like, fuck you. Your I just don't like you, sir. I just don't like you. I didn't like you in the last game. I don't like you now. You look like the best outcome of a scarecrow come to life and put in a business suit. And that's a compliment. That's the best I can give you. Yeah, you look like the guy from American Gothic, the painting. But instead, you know, turned into a Pez dispenser and given very sharp little pointy teeth. And one of the douchiest friggin' headsets possible. Like, there you go. I don't really feel like I belong in this place. I get the sense he meant for all this to be threatening. Instead, I'm elated. After a week of running around like a headless chicken, I wasn't sure if I was getting anywhere. Finally, I get a compliment. It's like, you like me. You love me. You really love me. If there's one thing I learned back in Lodestar, it was that you only know you're doing your job correctly when someone powerful gets visibly mad. It's like, oh, you're being pissed off. It's like, I gained my success by the ill will I generate in others. It's like, well, by that criteria, you must be doing very well. Thank you, Huey. I have no idea what you mean. I figured you invited me in here. I was expecting tea, maybe some crumpets, biscuits. I don't know. Bruh, you mad, bro? No need to play dumb, especially considering you're a natural. The art hole. God, I hate that name. It's a hole. Double spiral. The SI. Torque's Den. How does it feel to have made enemies absolutely everywhere? It's like, look, man, it's not like I wanted to do this. I got wound up and pointed at a direction. I had to do it. I don't want to. I'm honestly looking back at it, I would have been happier just to hang out at the Beat Burger and have to just meet everybody that's coming and going from, you know, vampires that are coming and going. Like that would have been better and being taken not seriously. This hasn't really been fun. The most fun part was talking to Charlie and hanging out with Dakota, and I worry for both of them because they're mortal. So he scoffs at me with, and also Charlie's mom. I hope she's gonna be all right. I hope she pulls through. He scoffs at me with pure contempt. Listen, I will speak as plainly as humanly possible to get this through your little head, since it's obvious you're not willing to read the obvious signals. You're literally gonna use obvious and obvious again? Like, you don't have like a thesaurus? Like, you can't think of another synonym? Blatant, clear, apparent. Like, come on, man. Like, this isn't hard. Like, for a guy who has those glasses, I am seeing a very drastic lack of red and blue pills offered to me, and you aren't a Tremere, and you don't steampunk, so you're like, how do you earn these glasses? What, you... Come on, man. Can't even English well. You are hired for one thing, and one thing only, little lady. To suck at your job. Wait, what? Are you mad at me that I do or don't suck at my job? Because it sounds like you're telling me I suck at my job, but then you're mad at me that I don't. You couldn't even do that correctly. So apparently, I'm failing at failing. Which means I'm succeeding. Just not in your eyes, but I'm gauging my success by the ill will I generate in others, as is the Riley Freeman, you know, guide to winning, then I'm doing pretty good. People keep stopping by my limo this week, telling me, Kaiser, dear Kaiser, we keep trying to make her understand how hopeless she is, but she just won't get a clue. It's like, it sounds like you're paying people, or people are telling you how they're trying to give me no information, and off of no information, I'm still garnering info and data and intel and kind of achieving the actual goal I was told to do, because, sir, you're not my supervisor. Like, you're not the boss of me, man. I just want to, like, put a brick in your mouth, not to, like, hurt you. Like, this is not like a threat. It's just like, I want to pull back your head and put a brick in your mouth, and then pull back your head and, like, have you spit it out. It's just because I think it'd be funny. This is what you look like. She doesn't have any evidence, she doesn't have any testimony, but she still goes around knocking on every door, causing disturbances. Such a fucking headache. It's like, look, man, you aren't the prince. That's who set me on this course. Kadir kinda wants me to do the thing, and I don't know, that guy, he's fucking horrifying. He's a lot scarier than your ass. I just think that, like, if I put, I don't know, would you look that different if I put fucking Mickey Mouse ears on you? Like, you would still look like a best dispenser. Like, it's like, you really, I give you time, like, if I painted you green, took off those stupid fucking glasses, because they don't even fit your theme, you could look like a business T-Rex, like, dinosaur office, just make you have like little claw arms. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not hugely impressed with you. You're just sort of showing me your underbelly and asking me to stab it, and I'm just like, kind of want to scritch it just to piss you off and watch you, like, wet yourself on the ground, because I think you're afraid of me, and it's like, dude, that's so sad. Like, you're fucking pathetic if you're afraid of my character. Like, what the fuck? Usually I try to be a jovial host, so well, where's my fucking tea, my guy? I want some Earl Grey right now. I know you have it. Look at your face. I know you have Earl Grey. I know you have it. Not a hate on Earl Grey, just look at that face. He's got Earl Grey. He's got various teas, but he definitely has Earl Grey, and that's what I can name off the top of my head. So I cheer them up. She's not that much of a dunce, I say. She's making mountains out of molehills to make herself seem useful, I say. She's about to stop. We can't stop. No, we won't stop. That shit. No, fuck you, dude. Like, you just sound like a bad preacher just trying to, like, convert me to the whole concept of failure. Like, you're pissed at me that I'm not failing as hard as you expected, and it's not like I'm doing great, but I'm making progress, and you're just like, stop barking up the right tree eventually, you asshole. It's like, dude, you're not the boss of me. Somebody else wound up the toy and told me I gotta do it. I want to be here. What do I even gain from this? I'm putting myself, apparently, in a bunch of friggin' lot of hitboxes. There's a lot of crosshairs on me. There's no need for it. Just seems like a hassle. But you, in your infinite idiocy, decided to prove me wrong in the most spectacular fashion by knocking on my very own door, forcing my hand, threatening me even. Well, actually, it was that guy. I think his name was Brad. Maybe it was Jason. I don't really know. Anyway, it was he that threatened you, so you could go, you know, put your